6. Beware. Your name is on the watch list and a powerful person is. Archangel Michael says the alarm has already sounded in the spiritual realm. Your name is glowing in red ink, circled 3 times, and it sits in front of someone with dangerous intentions. A powerful person has already spoken your name behind closed doors. Their eyes have studied you. Their hands have moved things into place silently. Their goal is not to warn you, but to catch you off guard. They have been watching without speaking. They've been smiling without sincerity. And they've been pretending while plotting. This is not just gossip or envy, it's a structured move being activated in shadows. Their plan is not random. They are calculating with precision and darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They've placed you on a spiritual and physical watch list. Something about your presence disrupted their control. Something about your voice threatens their lies. Their pride couldn't handle your rise. Your name has become a disturbance in their network of deception. They've circled it like a target, and now they want silence. But the divine is louder. The spirit realm has already sounded the alarm, and you are being shielded by power stronger than any secret alliance. You are not unaware, you are being warned. Type Amen to get blessing 417. Your light disturbed their comfort. Your truth made them restless. And your grace made them envious. They thought if they watched you long enough, they could imitate. But imitation doesn't carry power. Only authenticity shakes kingdoms. So now they've shifted from copying to sabotaging. They are trying to remove you from circles that belong to you. They're contacting others behind your back to change how you're seen. Comment, I see them now, if your spirit has felt this strange energy. You've felt the sudden silence. You've sensed the subtle shift. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 894. Archangel Michael says you are not wrong. You're not imagining the change. This person is indeed powerful, but they are not divine. They have influence in dark places. Their hands touch documents, meetings, even digital shadows. And right now, your name is lying on their desk. There are conversations you were never invited to. Calls where your character was twisted. Meetings where decisions were made before you walked in. But while they're planning your downfall, heaven is rewriting your path. The road they're trying to block is being replaced by one they can't touch. Type Amen to get blessing 582. You were marked, yes, but not by defeat. You were noticed, yes, but not for destruction. This storm is confirmation of your elevation. Comment, I will rise anyway, if you've been feeling uneasy. Your discomfort isn't paranoia. It's prophecy in motion. They fear what you carry. They fear your name being spoken in places they can't control. They know you are not just a person, you are a shift. Your existence challenges the very system they've built on manipulation. That's why they need you removed quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 251. They don't want confrontation. They want confusion. They want people to turn on you subtly. They'll say things like, be careful with them, or, something feels off, about you. But the real thing that's off, is their mask falling apart. You've been chosen, not for popularity, but for purpose. And now that your light is unavoidable, darkness is organizing its attack. Archangel Michael says, do not react in rage. Remain silent and sharp. Their plans are collapsing under the weight of your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 909. They underestimated your resilience. They thought they could break your name and keep your strength. But you were built for storms. Let them whisper. Let them plan. Let them gather. Because when heaven defends you, no attack lands. And when the divine speaks your name, no scheme succeeds. Comment, they will not break me, if you refuse to be moved by the watchers. You are protected by vision, not fear. You walk in power. Their watch list is a sign they can't unsee your greatness. That is why their obsession grows in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They never expected you to endure the fire. But instead of melting, you turned into solid gold. Now they panic behind smiles. They monitor your steps but cannot decode your favor. They replay your words but cannot mimic your essence. What you carry isn't taught, it's divine. Your name has turned into a symbol of disruption. That's why they wrote it down. That's why they whispered it behind you. But your name is also being written in another book. One that holds the truth. One that cannot be erased. Type Amen to get blessing 614. You were created to upset corrupt systems. Your presence is not passive, it's prophetic. You shake foundations by simply walking in. They don't want people to hear you. They want to control the narrative. But heaven is giving you a platform louder than their plots. There's a powerful person watching, but they are also terrified. Because you are untouchable in ways they don't understand. Your protection is invisible but impenetrable. Comment, I know who I am, if you feel your confidence rising again. Let them talk. Let them meet. You are moving under heaven's radar now. Type Amen to get blessing 808. They think they've studied your moves. But you've shifted dimensions. The version they prepared for is no longer here. What they planned for is outdated. What they feared is evolving. What they tried to control has now outgrown their reach. They had access before, but no more. You've been lifted higher. And every time they speak your name now, they summon fire to their own path. Archangel Michael says your destiny has outpaced their schemes. Your timeline has been accelerated. And their manipulation is about to backfire. Type Amen to get blessing 459. Their power is influence. But your power is alignment. And alignment always trumps influence. They know people. You know purpose. They pull strings. You pull portals. The room they tried to lock you out of is now collapsing. The ones who listened to their lies will soon see truth. And your name will shine brighter than ever. Comment, truth always wins, if you believe justice is already on the way. You don't have to fight. You just have to stand. Type Amen to get blessing 147. They used conversations as weapons. They created false concern just to plant doubt. They used their title to twist perception. But what they didn't account for was timing. Divine timing. And timing is on your side now. You were built for this very resistance. The pressure they applied is only shaping your next season. And your name is going to be vindicated. The whisper campaign they launched is fading. And your name is now echoing in places they cannot access. Type Amen to get blessing 713. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They tried to destroy your influence by targeting your character. They thought if they could stain your image, they could steal your future. But character is light. And light cannot be dimmed by lies. You were never built on the approval of people, but on the purpose of heaven. Archangel Michael says, your silence is working louder than their noise. Their campaign has become chaotic. And chaos never wins against clarity. They planned your fall. But they are now watching your flight. Type Amen to get blessing 224. They will try to spin the story when your truth surfaces. They will pretend it was never personal. But the divine saw it all. The emails. The conversations. The fake alliances. All of it was noted. You don't need to confront them. The universe will. You don't need revenge. Your victory will speak. Comment, I won't be silenced, if you felt them try to dim your voice. You're rising without shouting. You're shining without begging. Type Amen to get blessing 599. Your name is marked, but not for destruction. It is marked for deliverance. You were chosen to endure this so that others could learn how to rise. They didn't realize you had backup. Not earthly backup. Divine backup. Now they watch in confusion as everything they set up collapses in front of them. Your name is protected in light. Their intentions are exposed in shadow. Let them watch. Let them plan. You are 10 steps ahead in spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 387. They never saw this part coming. The part where their gossip falls silent. The part where your name continues to rise without their permission. You are now untouchable by human hands. You are moving with divine force. And no document, no title, no signature can stop what's about to open for you. They're still trying to figure out how you're thriving. But they don't understand, your favor was never attached to them. Your glow isn't borrowed, it was born in fire. Comment, I glow in truth, if your energy has started to feel lighter. You don't owe anyone your explanation. You owe yourself peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1004. Archangel Michael says this attack was never about your mistakes. It was about your mission. The more you moved toward your purpose, the more their fear grew. Their power lies in secrecy. Yours lies in exposure. And now, their plans are being exposed one by one. Every move they made behind closed doors is coming to light. The whispers will turn to stutters. The liars will be revealed. They won't even recognize you by the time the truth lands. Because by then, you'll be in a place they can't reach. Type Amen to get blessing 311. This powerful person thought they could erase you. They thought if they got enough people to turn away from you, you'd fold. But you didn't fold, you focused. While they tried to remove you from the table, heaven was building you a palace. While they removed your name from their mouths, the divine wrote your name in glory. The same people they turned against you will one day defend you. And they will be too ashamed to look you in the eye. Comment, no more fear, if you're choosing elevation over retaliation. You are not stuck. You are rising. Type Amen to get blessing 764. They wanted your name to fade. But now, it's being spoken in places they've never even entered. People are being drawn to your light without explanation. You are stepping into rooms your enemies prayed would be locked. You are walking into blessings they thought were blocked. And your peace is louder than their noise. This is spiritual revenge, peacefully delivered. Quietly executed. Divinely designed. Let them plan. Let them try. They are now witnesses, not authorities. Type Amen to get blessing 290. They kept their hands clean in public. But behind your back, they moved like shadows. Their smile was a costume, and their concern was a script. Now the curtain is falling. The show is over. And their performance will be remembered for its lies. You never needed their approval. And now, their opinion has expired. Their access to your energy has been revoked. Archangel Michael says the seal of protection is now permanent. No one can unwatch you now, but they cannot touch what they cannot reach. Type Amen to get blessing 477. They thought control meant loyalty. But you were never controlled, you were just observing. And now your silence is louder than any confrontation. Comment, my silence is sacred, if you've walked away from things that no longer deserve your presence. You are not weak for stepping back. You are wise. They watched you quietly. But what they didn't expect was who was watching them. And now, everything they did is returning in full measure. Their secrets are cracking open. And your victory is arriving without announcement. Type Amen to get blessing 858. They thought they'd see you suffer. Instead, they're watching you evolve. They thought they could predict your outcome, but your future is beyond their reach. You are now protected on every level. Physically. Spiritually. Emotionally. You walk with unseen armies. You speak with divine timing. You breathe without their permission. Comment, I'm above their reach, if you feel your atmosphere shifting. The darkness they planted can't grow where light lives. Type Amen to get blessing 144. They put your name on a list meant to block you. But heaven turned it into a list of who will witness your elevation. You are now a name marked for miracles. That powerful person's influence is fading. Their strings are snapping. Their web is unraveling. You didn't fight them. You didn't expose them. You just stayed in alignment. And now, the truth is breaking through. The real story is rising. And your name is shining. Type Amen to get blessing 932. The final pieces are falling into place. The ones they used to monitor you are now questioning their loyalty. The circle they built is cracking from within. Those who once whispered about you will soon whisper your praise. Those who doubted you will try to align themselves again. But access will be denied. Your name is still on a list, but now it's heaven's list of survivors. Overcomers. Warriors cloaked in grace. Archangel Michael says, the watchers have become wanderers. The powerful have become powerless. You now sit in a realm they cannot influence. Type Amen to get blessing 721. You are not rising alone. Divine forces are lifting you. This elevation cannot be touched by schemes or sabotage. Their final attempt is near, but it will backfire publicly. Their plans will be exposed in broad daylight. The very thing they tried to hide will now be written in full. Comment, no more manipulation, if you know their power is crumbling. You are walking into wholeness. You are surrounded by truth. What they meant to use against you is turning into your defense. Their betrayal is building your blessing. Type Amen to get blessing 305. They thought this would finish you. But it became your fuel. They thought this would break you. But it shaped you. You didn't just survive their plan. You transcended it. You rose above it with elegance and silence. Their eyes are still watching. But their hands are bound. They no longer have the authority to touch your future. Comment, I rise with no fear if this season feels like a turning point. Because it is. And no one can undo what has been divinely declared. Type Amen to get blessing 622. They thought the story was theirs to control. But now they're just characters in your testimony. What they tried to bury has become your banner. There's a greater force around you. One that doesn't need explanations or defense. One that protects even in silence. You are no longer reacting. You are receiving. You are no longer explaining. You are expanding. Your name was used behind your back, but now it will be honored in places they can't enter. Type Amen to get blessing 499. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This is your closing chapter with their energy. It ends now. The surveillance ends. The lies end. The secret war ends. Your name has outgrown their intentions. Their plans are too small for your calling. Their reach is too short for your purpose. They watched with envy. But now they watch with confusion. Because your peace doesn't make sense to them anymore. Comment, the battle is over, if you feel the weight lifting. This is your victory season. This is your restoration hour. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They will try to play innocent when the light touches their shadows. They'll act surprised, but your soul already knew. You felt the betrayal before it ever spoke a word. They didn't realize your spirit had already disconnected. You saw the signs, but waited for the divine confirmation. Now it has arrived. Your name is still echoing in conversations, but now it is untouchable. You are no longer a target. You are a testimony. Archangel Michael says what they set up to stop you will now work in your favor. The network that gossiped is unraveling. The strategy they crafted has expired. Type Amen to get blessing 811. Their seats at the table of deception are being removed. One by one, their faces are being revealed. And their power is dissolving like dust in wind. You no longer walk with fear. You walk with fire. And that fire is holy. The list they placed your name on now burns in spiritual flame. Every mark, every lie, every whisper, it is being erased by divine justice. Comment, my name is protected, if you know you are no longer in danger. You've crossed the line where no enemy can follow. You've been elevated. Type Amen to get blessing 121. They watched you hoping to see weakness. Instead, they witnessed resilience. What was supposed to break you built your legacy. They will now feel what they tried to make you feel. The anxiety. The doubt. The isolation. But you will feel none of that anymore. Because your soul has matured. Your light has sharpened. Let them talk in circles while you walk in alignment. Let them gather in confusion while you sit in calm. Type Amen to get blessing 533. The list they created to control has turned into a curse for them. Their obsession became their downfall. And now, their own alliances are turning on them. What they whispered about you will soon be whispered about them. What they planted in secret is growing in public, against them. You said nothing, but heaven said everything on your behalf. Your defense was never verbal. It was spiritual. Comment, silence is my sword, if you let go and let the divine speak louder. You've been heard. You've been covered. Type Amen to get blessing 372. Their position doesn't matter anymore. Their name no longer holds weight. The power they once had is slipping from their grasp. You are entering a new place now. A place where only truth survives. A place where only love leads. Their energy has been blocked from your future. Your name is protected in rooms they cannot enter. And your hands are clean. Archangel Michael says your elevation comes with separation. This disconnection was not punishment, it was preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 1000. Your name is being whispered by angels now. Not in warning, but in celebration. Because you passed the test they never thought you'd survive. You stayed quiet when you could have exposed. You stayed graceful when you could have reacted. And now your reward is being delivered with power. Let them watch your glow from a distance. Let them feel the shift they can't explain. You're no longer in their reach. Comment, I'm covered in light, if you feel the shift in your spirit. You are no longer bound by their intentions. You are flowing in divine direction. Type Amen to get blessing 444. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.